Hi, good morning, everyone. So, I am Catherine Noneto, and for today, my report is still under the Unit 5, which is the Lesson 1 International Policy Background on Early Childhood Education. So, I will be discussing the Article 13 and the Article 14, and we will know what is under the policies under the two articles. First we will tackle about the Article 13 of the International Covenant on Economic, Social, and Cultural Rights, or ICESCR. So, in the Article 13, it states that the state parties to the present covenant recognize the right of everyone to education, and they agree that education shall be directed to the full development of the human personality and the sense of its dignity, and shall strengthen the respect for human rights and fundamental freedoms. So, it is clearly that education is for everyone, whatever group you belong, or whatever status your family belong. So whatever status of your family, so education is for all, because we all believe that education is the key to success. So number 2 is the state parties to the present covenant recognize that with a view to achieving four realization of this right. So there are four realization of this right. So first is the primary education shall be compulsory and available free to all. The second one is the secondary education in its forms, including technical and vocational secondary education, shall be made generally available and accessible to all by every appropriate means, and in particular by the progressive introduction of free education. So it was already a law that if you are studying a state university, state colleges, so it is under the free tuition law, or we call that the 10931, or the Universal Access to Quality Tertiary Education, providing free tuition and other school fees for free. The third one is the higher education shall be made equally accessible to all. So, under the C and letter D, state ni sila sa kuan ka ng free education for all, or the accessible education, which is very relevant karon, which is under sa state universities kinahanglan free education or free tuition fee, no? So, walay bayad kung isila ka sa mga state universities, state colleges, or including kanang mga vocational or non-vocational nga mga schools. The last one, the development of system of schools at all levels shall be actively pursued, and adequate fellowship system shall be established, and the material conditions of teaching staff shall be continuously improved. So, natay gitawag ng mga fellowship systems ka na mga sponsored by the parish or mga church. So, mostly itawag sila og Catholic Church, and nasa iban mga funded sa mga dagkong mga kumpanya. So, sponsored sila. And then, conditions of teaching staff shall be continuously improved. So, dapat kanang masabay po sa innovative ang teaching or pedagogy style, pedagogy of a teacher. So, dapat mo invest po siya og mga modern technologies or modern teaching ways, aside from traditional ways, no? So, maunang ubang teachers ginagamit na og kuan through this from their discussion, magamit sa mga DLP projector like that, to easiest way na siya to provide lessons to students. Number 3 is the state parties to the present covenant, undertake to have respect from the liberty of parents, and when applicable, legal guardians to choose for their children's schools or other than those established by the public authorities, which conform to such minimum educational standards as may be laid down or approved by the state, and ensure the religious and moral education of their children in conformity with earned convictions. So, na the right ang parents kung asa i-enroll nila ilang mga anak. So, dili, as long as nga, kana siya moral na siya sa state, approved by the state, kana nga school, legal, ana siya, anyway, anywhere nila ipaeskwela ang ilahang anak. Okay, number 4 is no part of this article shall be construed so as to infer with the liberty of individuals and bodies to establish and direct educational institutions, subject always to the observance of the principles set forth in paragraph 1 of this article, to observance of the principles of the requirement that the education given in such institution shall conform to such minimum standards as may be laid down by the state. So, it was anjud siya kanang approved sa state and kanang wala dyan kanang mabag-o, wala ang usbon, dapat follow dyan siya sa unsay naa sa kaninga article, which is the free education to everyone, and then kanang makapili ang isa ka ginikanan asa iyang makabuot siya asa eskwelahan iyang anak, as long as nga ang eskwelahan is kuan siya approved by the state or nagsunod siya sa for example sa elementary o secondary kay DepEd, and then sa tertiary is nagsunod siya sa mga policy under the Commission on Higher Education, which is the CHED. So okay, the last one is the Article 14. So ang Article 14 is all about sa kuan siya principle of compulsory education free of charge for all. So it states nga dapat ang primary and secondary education kay accessible na siya sa students, sa everyone, sa children nga gusto mo makat-on free of charge na siya na until nga makompleta nila ilang 14 years of schooling, no? Yeah. Kung siya ka na nasad sa kuan nga dapat at the age of, di ba, starts from daycare na then move sila sa kindergarten, so grade 1 to grade 6 makompleta nila na grade 7 sa secondary, grade 7 junior high school, rather junior high school, so grade 7 from grade 10, and then the 2 years which is the senior high school nga kanang diha nila may improve ilang sa ilang gusto course kaon, and the tertiary education, and then diha ma-develop ilang skills, ilang interest nga asa jud nga field sila interested, o ang school is has the responsibility nga mag-provide quality education and kuan jud siya kani innovative ways.